Sounded kind of weak there. I don't know. Remember, if you like the videos, like, sub, silly comment, share, support the channel if you want. I appreciate it. Thanks. First, to start off, people were still talking to me about the DNF Duel, DFN Duel, NF, whatever the fuck it's called. I was wrong. I guess I had assumed it already came out. I assumed that's why you guys were already talking about the game so much. Or when I casually look at video games, I see people talking about it. So I had falsely assumed the game was already out. So it goes to show you how much I'm following this shit, right? So, like I said, I think I played maybe 2 hours of games or something the past couple of months. I'm not sure, but you know what I mean. I had actually just assumed the game was already out. That's why you guys were talking about it. So no, I don't plan on getting it unless someone wants to donate it to me or some bullshit. Then I'll play it, I guess, maybe. But anyway, don't plan on playing it. But answering that was my bad. I just thought the game was out because you guys were talking about it. Anyway, something I wanted to talk about because I was thinking, and I don't like to think. Don't make me think. Bad things happen when I think. My brain is hurting. I don't like thinking. You know, I thought maybe this Dragon Ball FighterZ patch was actually going to come out when I was in Turkey or something, but I guess it's still not out. And looking, again, I'm late to looking at this shit. I guess it's not coming out till July. And to my knowledge, isn't EVO in July or maybe the first week of August or something? And I think it's stupid that you have a tournament that is, you know what I mean, like a world tournament, and I would assume they still seed people for EVO, right? I think it's kind of morally fucked up that you're going to have a world tournament where you're seeding people and you're going to patch the game, what, basically a few weeks before this world tournament? And of course, who knows how much they're going to patch for it, right? You know what I mean? If it's just going to be 21 or some bullshit, or if it's going to be like, you know, a real patch of like tons of different characters and everything like that. But, you know, I'm just thinking that seems really kind of morally weird to me that you're going to patch a game right before the world tournament when you're seeding all these people. Like, their credentials might not necessarily be the same, so to speak, for this new version of the game. Anyway, I just think it's really terrible timing and really weird. And I would even say, I wonder if they should even maybe not use the patch for EVO. I mean, I definitely remember tournaments from, you know, years ago. I don't know how regular this happens anymore because, you know, I follow the scene very, you know, haphazardly, lackadaisically, whatever. A lot of times, like I say, a lot of times, the only reason I know anything that is going on in the video game community is because my friend tells me what's going on. But I remember, at least years ago, I vividly remember that there was even some Soul Calibur tournaments. I think was it for Soul Calibur 5, maybe 4 or 5 or something like that. It was either Soul Calibur 4 or 5. And there were some patches right before some bigger tournaments, and they actually put back the game, right? They did not play the patch at the tournaments because the patch was only a few weeks old or something at certain points. So, you know what I mean? I would wonder if there's actually some kind of precedent or reason to do that, right? I mean, I know people are talking about they don't want 21 and they don't like certain ways the game is played now. But, you know, I think there's an argument that you are waiting so long to put out this patch. It's just kind of weird when you got this world tournament coming up where you're seeding lots of dudes, right? And of course, I do got to say, because it makes me fucking laugh, dude, I do think it's funny that whenever I look at Dragon Ball FighterZ now, you always, you know what I mean? Generally the main complaint about the game is they hate all these, you know, full screen normals, spazzy kind of moves, blah, 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 blah. And I think it's funny, and you can go look at my videos, look at all my knee-jerk reaction videos for this Dragon Ball FighterZ Season 4, and I'm like, dude, they're just moogifying the game. There are way too many, you know, as the community calls it, like unga bunga normals. You know, one of the worst parts about Dragon Ball FighterZ is I've always said I don't like the way that you tap people. I don't like the way that you pressure people. I don't like the way stagger pressure works in a lot of situations in the game. It doesn't feel intuitive, and the game in general is very hypocritically made. And it's like you already have one of the problems with the game is you already have too many normals that move forward, that make the game potentially feel kind of spazzy. And then they double down on that. And it's funny, and you can go read my comments, because they're actually some of my most hated videos, right? Like normally my videos get around 95, 100% or something like that like rate. But if you look at some of those Season 4 patches, I made multiple videos where I think I even started laughing in the videos. I'm like, they're just Moogifying it. They're making this game like a Mugen game, dude. And I'm like, full screen normals? This is stupid. It's like your normal is basically a ghetto special move now, right? Well, like I can understand a certain perspective where it might be fun, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, all of it is just, it's too much. And I also showed off that Brawly example. He doesn't slide in the corner anymore so he can get it. I'm like, full screen. It's like, this is stupid. And you can go look at the comments. People are like, Clayton doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. They're finally patching in fun to the game. This will make the game playable. This is like, I was like looking at some of the comments, just rolling my eyes again. Like, oh, they're finally patching fun into the game. We've been hating playing this game for the past 3 years. Finally, this game is Dragon Ball. Finally, with these full screen normals. I should go look at. I remember looking at other YouTubers' comments too, and people being like, "Don't listen to Clayton. Don't watch his channel. He thinks this is bad for the game. He doesn't like this, but this is gonna make the game so much better." And now this is the single most complaint I see about this game is the full screen normals and the Moogifying of the game. Is that not crazy? I mean, that's insane to me that they're actually some of my most hated videos in terms of likes and dislikes. Clayton doesn't know what he's talking about. This is going to make the game so much better. And now it's the single most hated thing that you see posted about. It's crazy. Like just let's imagine that Clayton, moi, you know what I mean, is not the same person that has predicted all these games year after year. Doesn't matter if it's a Guilty Gear game, an anime game, Marvel game, Street Fighter game, maybe do fucking 3D games, Soul Calibur, fucking bullshit poverty games like Karnov's. Not that I don't think Karnov's is charming in its own way, but you know what I mean? Who's the guy that is predicting these games year after year, blah, 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 never even playing them? It's me. But let's imagine I didn't do that. Let's imagine I only have predicted Dragon Ball FighterZ. I still did that 3 years in a row. And you still have people in my comments and going to other YouTubers' comments being like, dude, don't listen to Clayton. He doesn't know what he's talking about. This is going to make the game better. It's now the single most complained about thing, which I just think is ridiculous, dude. Right? Again, I can see a certain perspective where some people might think it's fun, but I'm like, dude, these are just basically like ghetto special moves now. And I understand maybe a normal here, there, moving you forward, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But when it's every single normal, it doesn't make the game feel good, dude. You know what I mean? I always think it's amazing. The community is so lucky that I don't play fucking video games, because it's almost like, man, I probably literally could have destroyed so many fucking people this first year of this game. You know what I mean? It's like the level at what people thought was possible in this game was just so low. Like even now, Season 4, look at how many people are still doing shit now that they said was fake when I was doing it in Season 1. You know what I mean? It's just slowly more and more the game is played like I said it was going to be played, right? It will come to pass. There's some kind of song, it will come to pass sooner or later. You know what I mean? Again, and look at all these shells and everything like that. Gogeta, Vegeta shells. I'm like, this is exactly how I can play this game. I'm telling you, no, you can't do this, can't do this. Look at this. Is that not the most like popular shell basically in the entire fucking game? I mean, the game basically, what is in the game that is not from me? Not very fucking much, dude. You know, it's just, I don't know. I was just laughing at that. But anyway, that's me sucking my dick. Laughing about how stupid the community is for thinking I was going to be wrong about that again. So, I don't know what's going to happen with the patch Season 5, whatever. But again, I'm saying morally, I think it's kind of weird to make it come out right before EVO. And I can actually see devil's advocate that even if you don't like 21, it's kind of weird to be patching the game a few weeks before you're having the World Tournament. I think it's kind of, I could see both sides to saying that you shouldn't do that. Obviously, I would like something new just so when I randomly want to play a video game, I can fiddle with something, you know what I mean? And hell, I would like the game to have a lot of changes that I said it should have, and then I'd actually maybe play the game, actually play it, right? But, you know, will that happen? Who knows, you know? But, anyway, remember if you like the videos, like, sub, still comment, share, support the channel if you want. I appreciate it. Thanks. The end.